Hello everyone and welcome back to Diamond Paintings with Mike in a very chilly, cold, freezing day. I've got the radiators on and they don't seem to be doing anything. So yeah, it's I've resorted to a portable heater thing. You can feel the radiators and they're on, but because it's so cold outside, it doesn't matter how long I have it on, it just don't appear to be doing anything. So might as well turn it off and use a portable. But today we are going to start this fabulous, beautiful painting that we got. I have chosen not to use washi tape because if you look very closely on here or in the unboxing video, if I turn that off a minute, you can see it's like a sort of design on it. So I probably will put washi tape on it when I can get round to it. I totally forgot to do it today. So, yeah, so we're going to do that today. Let's find out what the temperature here is today. Alexa, what is the temperature in Braintree?
At the moment, it's 8 degrees Celsius.
Oh.
Today, you can expect a high of 9 degrees. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No. Whatever that is, I don't really know what that will be until I get round to reading it. Now, as I was going to work today, I was on the train and I literally just boarded the train, and about 10 minutes into my journey I saw this lorry go past. And I put a photo of it on my YouTube community tab, and it had the Amazon, blue sort of background with the tick on it. Well, it's more like a tick, like a rounded tick. And I thought, I wonder if that's got my diamond painting in it, because I actually have a diamond paint coming today. And just so you know, this video is being recorded on the 26th of November. So it would have already happened to pre-warn you, Linda. Because Linda does tell me off if I talk about things that have already happened. So yeah, I thought, I don't know. And the funny thing is that it was going my direction. So I was like, oh yes. But I can't imagine them delivering it in a lorry, can you? So yeah, years ago, well, not years ago, but they used to have what's called the Amazon truck. And what it was things that you could order on this. It had to be like the items that were available on the truck, and you would order it and go to the truck and they would give you it. But apparently, for some apparent reason, they stopped it. And I don't know if Alexa can tell us, but Alexa, why was the Amazon pickup truck stopped?
I don't know that.
Alexa, why was the Amazon pickup truck stopped?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh, what's it called? Yeah, I know. Alexa, why did Amazon stop doing the Amazon treasure truck?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, why did Amazon stop the treasure truck?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
But you're supposed to be artificial intelligence. It's starting to irritate me now. Well, anyway, see if I can find it quickly on here. But apparently they stepped it back. Yeah, apparently, according to this, the Amazon Treasure Truck was a promotion that offered a unique shopping experience by bringing Amazon to customers' neighborhoods. And as you can see here, it says customers could order online, pick them up at the truck. It goes into it and stuff and how it was designed. But apparently, The treasure truck service ended in the UK on January the 12th, 2022, and in the US on November the 2nd, 2022. It doesn't really say why. Let's see if we've got it on Wikipedia. It doesn't really say. I don't know. The thing is with Amazon is that they're always changing things, you see. So, I mean, they keep banging on about we're supposed to be getting drone delivery, but it's only in certain areas because obviously you've got to remember most of my orders come from Basildon, and that's quite away from. It's probably like the other side of Chelmsford, but it's away out from Whittam. So I imagine that the drone has to be quite close to where the fulfillment centre is for it to operate. So, and I think it was the NHS recently on the news, they were saying something about they're trialling out blood tests or something to do with the NHS, but drones are delivering it. Yeah, I think it was blood tests. Alexa, does the NHS do drone delivery?
From mobyhealthnews.com. The National Health Service, NHS, in the United Kingdom has launched a medical drone delivery service in partnership with healthcare logistics firm Appian and Alphabet's drone delivery company Wing to provide on-demand aerial transport of blood samples.
So yeah, apparently what it is that the patient can stay at the patient can stay at the medical room, I suppose, and they send the blood test off, and rather than, you know, you've got to wait like so many days to have them results back, the idea is that it goes to a laboratory, they test it there and then they can give you the results there and then, apparently. So yeah, I would love to try out a drone delivery, but apparently they have to, when it's coming, they have to have like this mat that you put on the floor so that the drone knows where to land, I suppose. But yeah, I'd love to have drone delivery. I'm a very sort of like gadget person. I like gadgets. So yeah, anything that makes life easier with technology is a number one for me. So yeah, and did we do a weather forecast? Yeah, 8 degrees, I think she said, didn't she? So yeah, and then as I was getting off the train today, coming back home, I don't know what was going on, but I could hear some commotion going on in the car park where Braintree train station is. And I don't know what was going on, but this woman backed her car up and put it in the car parking place. And this guy was quite elderly, but I don't know what started it, but he was where her like back of the car was here. He was going closer and closer and closer. Then he got out, and then he moved up, and then he went back, and nearly almost hit her car. And the woman was really getting angry, and so I was looking over, because you know when like someone's arguing, I love watching that. I know it sounds weird, but I love watching people argue. I don't know why, I just find it entertaining. And she was saying to the man, leave me alone, you silly old man, or something. And she couldn't even get the back of the car of the boot up because he was just going so close. And then he got out and checked it again. Then he went back in, got out and checked it again. But he didn't even leave enough room for her to literally lift her boot up. And she was getting like proper angry. And you know when you sort of like want to go over and help them and, you know, see if they're okay. And yeah, I nearly went over, I'll tell you that, because I felt sorry for the woman having to put up with this. And but you know when you sort of like, you got to stay out of it sort of thing, because obviously it's not your business, because, you know, it's between this and that person. But the fact that, I don't know what he was playing at, you know, he didn't even like want to, it's like he didn't want to leave the car park or didn't want her to have that space. Like, you don't own the road. So yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but I think at one point he did accidentally hit it, and that's maybe he hit it too far and he's bumped it, and that's why it's kicked off. I don't know, but some people just don't care. It's like one time we were coming out of Asda, and out of the blue, this car, he was an elderly driver and looked about 80 or so, and he basically bumped where Asda is in Whittam. You can go this way to town or up this way to sort of like Braintree roadway, and he accidentally just literally coming out the turning just tapped it, you know, on the other car. But the other man got out and was checking all his bumper, and you know, I could see it was an accident. He didn't ram it in any way. He just accidentally bumped it, because obviously he's gone a bit too far out the turning, I suppose. But yeah, so we've had a bit of funny morning today. And to top it off, if anyone's in Braintree on the 14th of December, there is a giant polar bear coming. Apparently, in George Yard in Braintree, we have got a life-size polar bear. Witness one of the most incredible walkabout acts in the UK. Saturday the 14th of December, 10:30 till 4:30, a giant polar bear. So I reckon I will go to that, because I imagine it's going to be something like the Whittam International Puppet Festival, where it's sort of like dressed up and it's a puppet doing it. Perhaps Braintree are doing something sort of different and stuff. So I'm going to pop that to one side, because I feel like we're drifting away from this bit over here. So yeah, I was literally, because obviously Monday's our sausage roll day, but I didn't have time to get it. Totally forgot about it, to be honest, yesterday. And I went into George Yard, and just as I was going into the entrance, George Yard is like a shopping precinct. So you've got like Peacocks, Greggs, Car Factory, The Works, Poundland, WH Smith's, Quadrant. There's some other things. Too many shops to count, actually. And I thought, oh my god, like that would be quite nice. And I'm gonna let my brother know, just in case, like, because that'd be quite nice for Teddy to see, because you know, he would be really amazed at that. So yeah, if I remember. But I need to show you a photo, because I was absolutely gutted, right? So one day when I went shopping, I came back and just got in and sat down, and I saw this thing on Facebook, and it said a Spitfire in George Yard, and I was like, come again? Like, oh wow. And people were saying, well, how did you get it in George Yard? Because obviously there's a gazebo, there's gates, you can't basically fly it in. Apparently it was a replica where the wings come off, and it was like a giant model, like literally you could sit in it, like. And I was so gutted, because they said that it was only there till 3:30. I think it was done by the Royal British Legion, because it was round the sort of time Remembrance Day was on. And I thought, well, if I leave now and go up there, it's going to be gone by the time I get there. So yeah, I couldn't believe that. Because the thing is, I'm not always up that area. I only go up that way if I need to get my Greggs sausage roll. And it was so funny, because I did take a screenshot picture of it from Facebook so that I could show you. So I'll remember next time, because it's on this phone that I'm filming. And today was quite funny, because when I went to go and get the sausage roll, the woman in there was like, where did you get that code from? Because I think she's getting like a bit fed up with me keep going in there getting freebies. Well, my service, you know, that's what I pay for. I pay for that service, because the company that gives me the free sausage roll, I pay my energy with, right? So you can either get a free hot chocolate or a free sausage roll. And she was like, how do you get so many codes? And I said, well, they come out once a week, or, you know, every so often. And she goes, I need to sort of look into that. I don't know why, but shops just hate it, don't they, when they've got a freebie. And I always laugh to myself when they go, oh, that's £1, you know, for example, £1.40 or £1.25, and I'm like, no, it's not, because I got a freebie. And the minute you show them the free code, they're like, you can just tell in their voice, like, they just hate giving away. They just don't like you having freebies. But I suppose it's because I always go in there and getting free ones. They're sort of thinking, how the hell is he getting so many free ones? So but it's so annoying, because like I really must stop eating sausage rolls, but it's just nice, isn't it? You know, when you can just get up and just have something hot for a change rather than crappy cereal. I'm not really a cereal person, to be fair. I'm more like a cup of coffee, custard creams or Oreos. And yeah, oh my god, yeah, in the Co-op Witham, they had gingerbread Oreos, Paul and Jill. And oh my god, right, I went back there the next day to get more because I only got the one pack. So I was like, I don't know if I like these or not. And they were OMG so good. And went back the next day and they've all gone. But I did find gingerbread milk chocolate digestives, and oh my god, like as a kid I always loved chocolate digestives. And I used to put, because back then I didn't understand how chocolate was melted because I was only a kid, and I used to put a chocolate digestives, this is no joke, in in the airing cupboard on the airing shelf just to melt the chocolate. Yep. But because back then I didn't really understand how it melted, and yeah, it was quite funny really. But yeah, I tried them and they were quite nice, but definitely 100% the gingerbread Oreos are like so the best. But in Sainsbury's they've got, how have we got onto biscuits? In Sainsbury's they have got banoffee custard creams, like oh my god, so nice. But I tend to buy the ones from Tesco because you get more in the pack. Get a whacking great big pack for 60p, whereas in Sainsbury's you're probably looking about the size of this pen, a bit longer, and you know they're gone within about 10 minutes of buying them, you know. But I absolutely love honey roast ham, and Sainsbury's do 12 slices thick cut. I hate wafer thin chicken or wafer thin ham. It has to be nice and thick for me, and they do 12 thick slices. It's making my mouth water thinking about this. of these you know, this ham. And it's really weird because like I used to go off, I did, you know, I used to have ham and then I went off, it's like cheese. And I suppose as you get older your taste buds change, and it with cheese I hated it, and now the only cheese I'll ever eat is Cathedral City cheese. It has to be that one or I won't have it. And then with ham, I just didn't like it. It was, I suppose it was like the texture of it. And then they came out with the honey roast version, and oh my god, like I've not looked back. I've had to have it. I used to love eating Billy Bear ham. I think like everyone has to have that. Billy Bear ham. But I used to love getting it from the deli. It was so fascinating, like watching them like get the, you had all these different like hams and stuff. And you go, can I have 2 slices or 3 slices? And then put like a little cellophane bag thing, or like a, you know, a food bag thing, and they would put like the ham on it, they put it on the scales, weigh it, and then they'll go, right, that's that much or this much. But you didn't pay them, you had to take it to obviously the till and that. But never understood the reason of the deli. Like, what is the point in having a deli? You might as well just like put it in a packet and sell it off the shelf. It's like Whittam, they have a fish deli, and oh my god, it absolutely stinks. The reek, the smell, you know, if you walk past that, it's not a very nice smell. I mean, fish reeks as it is, but and yeah, I just feel sorry for Silvana, because my friend's mum, called Silvana, she used to work on the fish deli in Tesco's. But apparently, she didn't really get many people. Like, I felt so sorry for her because she's just like paid to serve people on the fish stand, and obviously no one's buying the fish. But it's weird how they sort of like put the fish. It's like a whole fish, and they put it in ice, I suppose, to keep it cold and that. But it just seems like every time you walk in there, no one tends to buy from it. So yeah, can I just say, like, isn't this looking so pretty already? Like, this is fabulous, darling. Absolutely fabulous. And I was making my tea just now, and custard creams were calling me, and I thought, no, I'll be good, because, like, I'll eat the whole packet. And I like to get up in the morning before I head off to work and have custard creams. So I've done that before and ate them all, thinking I've got more, and yeah, it was not good. So then I have to buy something from the bloody cafeteria or something, you know, coffee shop. I normally, sometimes if I'm on earlies, I will go in and, you know, buy coffee from Costa and just sit in the park and drink it while having a sausage roll and stuff. You know, check a bit of Facebook, check emails, just to sort of kill time ready to go in, because for some apparent reason they won't let you go in early, so yeah. I cannot believe that this is nearly the end of November. Like, this is insane at how quick this year has gone. Like, just like that, it's like a match. You know, you light a matchstick. You know, it's like gone within seconds, isn't it? I just think, like, it seems to get faster and faster every single year. I definitely feel like this year and last year went super quick. 100%. So, but yes, I haven't seen Sylvana for ages, so it's quite a unique name, isn't it? It's not a name I hear very often, but yeah. I'll tell you what, a popular name is Bloody Dave. My friend's Tessa's friend's called Dave, and oh my god, like everyone you meet, hi there, I'm Dave, and I'm Mike, and it's like, how can Dave? It's like Dave and John, isn't it? Dave and John are like got to be the most popular names ever. Like, everyone I know is called Bloody Dave. I did have a friend called Misha, and Misha was one of my, well, I had 5 friends called Misha. That was another popular name, and she was someone I worked with. And then I had a Misha that was a boy, and he was brilliant. Like, he was a seller that used to sell on eBay, and he done this really lovely sort of Gillian chocolate, and yeah, he stopped selling after a while, because I suppose, like, when you regularly buy off the same seller, you sort of like, you do become friends, because obviously I know it's only a seller, but you buy from them regularly. And I'll tell you something, I've actually bought off that lady in Belfast again, Karen. So I've got another package. Apparently it was received into Ipswich van. So 1 minute it's Basildon, next minute it's Ipswich. So, but it's come up on Yodel saying that due to adverse weather conditions, they're taking extra precautions, so there could be delays. So I think it's good for Christmas with Temu, because we get a lot of credits when it's Christmas sort of time. Happy New Year! £40 credit. Oh man. See what I've done, look guys. I've started this new one, and this is one that I got previously. I keep doing all the new ones and leaving the old ones. Why? Right, let's do number 1 before we forget. We have got a few specials in here, like we've got some marquees and stuff. As you can see, we've got smaller ones and then the large ones, and a few of the little round cherry things. My nan has a cherry tree, and oh man, like, they are so good. Like, every year she'll pick some off the tree and give us some, and oh mama, so good. But yeah, something's happened to my granddad, because yesterday, he's very naughty. Okay, so I understand my nan was doing something, making him tea or something, and where it's hot, he's took his jumper off. Well, he is petrified of hospitals. He hates them. And my mum thinks he didn't tell my nan because he was scared, but as he took his jumper off, his skin has gone all yellow. And my nan has got obviously onto the doctors and explained the situation, and they're having to do a lot of blood tests on him. Hello, ding dong. And that was the Daily Mail. And yeah, they've had to do, so let me just sort out this cellophane here, because it's so see-through, you can't see when you know, you've done a bit and you haven't. So anyway, yeah, she's phoned up and said, look, he's gone, like, his skin's turned yellow. And when that happens, that is a form of, like, a liver problem. So they have got to do a lot of blood tests. And she was like, but is there no medication he can have because he's in agony? And she was like, no, we need to wait for, obviously, the blood tests to come back. And as you know, blood tests are not the quickest of things. And yeah, so apparently the doctor thinks it's called jaundice. See if I can get it up. Alexa, what is jaundice?
John is a common male name in the English language, ultimately of Hebrew
Okay,
origin.
Alexa, what is jaundice liver?
John liver eating Johnson.
Alexa,
John,
stop.
John.
Oh, I don't know what it's called. Jaundice, is it? But apparently he's, oh, jaundice. He's apparently got this, which is basically, according to this, jaundice is when your skin or the whites of your eyes turn yellow. It can be a sign of something serious such as liver disease, so you need to get urgent medical help. Well, the doctor didn't seem to be very bothered because she's only done blood tests, so the sounds of that on the NHS sounds like you need to go to hospital. And my mum was like a bit annoyed because she was like, well, I would have thought they'd send him up the hospital. So he's God blimey, that was lucky. I thought my tray would have gone everywhere. I've done it before and I've coughed and they've gone all the drawers have gone everywhere. So anyway, he's turned I think this was before my nan saw it, but my nan didn't know anything about it because my granddad will keep it to himself. He won't, if he's got something wrong, he will not say anything because he knows that my nan will take him to the hospital and stuff. So he's took his jumper off, and that's how she's found it. And she was like, what's all this, why is your skin gone yellow? And yeah, so apparently he's in agony. He's got this jaundice thing. So, but it's one of them things where we don't know how it's happened. So, yeah, we just have to wait for the blood test to come back to see what's going on. But apparently some causes of jaundice can be like drinking too much alcohol, and you definitely don't drink alcohol. We don't smoke. So it's a weird one. Now I think he's 80, 79 or 80. I can't think at the moment, but yeah, so maybe it could be anything, you know, old age, you know, you just don't know. But yeah, it's good in a way because if your skin is turning yellow, you know it's a liver problem, you know. So it's good that it's shown up, but it's not good that he's now got this because no one knows how he's got this jaundice thing. So yeah, but he doesn't like hospitals. So if they say you've got to go up to the hospital, I don't know. I mean, obviously you can't force someone to go up the hospital, but yeah. And he's had a rocky road. I mean, he had what's called a triple bypass because he's always had problems with his heart, and they had to do a bypass, but he's got this thing on his aorta, which is the main sort of blood heart vessel thing, or, you know, artery or whatever it is. And they had, imagine that's like the aorta, you know, think, Mike, what's it called? The artery. Well, there's this like lump thing that's on his aorta, and of course they can't operate because they operate, it's too risky with the main sort of artery and stuff. So what they did is they put a stent in it to stop it getting bigger because it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And apparently they said that if they do operate and it bursts, because it can, you know, burst any time, he could be dead instantly, you know. So they put a stent in to stop it. But he was in there you know, a few months ago or a few years, and now we've got this problem. It always just seems to be like, you know, this problem, that problem, and yeah, it's really annoying at the moment. And then my mum's leg is playing up again because she's got excruciating pain coming from the other knee. You know, I was telling you about she's got this blockage in her leg that is causing blood to not go. You're supposed to circulate and it's just staying there and not going back up. Well, something's travelled to the other leg and it's coming from the groin. And I thought, well, that's, to me, sounds like a, you know, a bladder infection or, you know, a urine infection or something, you know. And the doctors put her on this other medication, and she basically can't put any weight on it. And her leg, I've never seen her knee so swollen, like, and it just frustrates me because, like, how many phone calls does it take for us to get this problem solved? All we've done all this year is be shifted around different departments up Broomfield Hospital. You know, you've got to see this one, then you've got to go back see that one, and we've not got any result. All we've got is stocking things, because they gave her these stocking things which are very tight, and the idea is you put them on the leg and it's supposed to compress the blood back up, you know. But yeah, it's just, you know, just seem to be going round in circles, you know. And she is on the waiting list for this replacement hip thing, but they said it's not very, you know, it's not one of these things that are urgent at the moment. So it's aggravating because I wish I could take the pain away, and I can't. There's nothing I can do about it, you know. So, and it's a strange one because I spoke to Tessa on the telephone, and my mum wanted to see what, you know, whether her mum has the same symptoms, and Tessa's mum has exactly the same symptoms. So it's a weird one. Because with Tessa's mum, her leg will seize up, and she can, you know, she'll get on the sofa and try and lay down, and then it plays up, and obviously the cold weather can contribute to it as well. So yes, we've got a lot's going on at the moment. So yes, all I keep doing is bloody coughing, and it's doing my head in. Cough, 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 like, oh, annoying. So yeah, sorry, someone, oh yes, look, I've got to go soon, guys. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got our vintage order from Karen. So yes, I've been waiting for that. Fabulous, darling, fabulous. So I will be, isn't it marvellous? You know, I've waited all this time and I thought, well, I'll just sit down, do some painting, and then it's gone, bib, your order's here. It's always the way, isn't it? And I found that quite often. Like, I'll sit here, just diamond paint, and then it'll go, your order is ready for collection. And it's like, every single time I finish filming, I'm off there. But I was supposed to be having lunch next, dinner next, and that's going to have to be pushed back now because I'm not going out in the freezing cold later on. So I'd rather go now. Is this window having a... what's going on with this window? It just seems like it's a bit on the wonk. So yeah. And I'm really excited for this one because it has a vintage parcel. This lady in Belfast, Karen, Karen, she started selling diamond paintings. Now, what was quite nice is that she didn't include the trays, which is, you know, a relief because we get inundated with bloody trays, pens, wax. I think we should all round them up throughout the year and just count how many trays we've all got. I mean, if you're like a heavy order like me and order all the time, then you're gonna have stacks of them. But I was a bit not sure on this painting because it is a pixelated one, so I can actually show you a picture. It's slightly pixelated, and I thought I'll give it a go, you know, and see what we can do. But yeah, it's a it's slightly pixelated, so hang on a minute. So I've got so many on my feed thing here. But yeah, it's quite pixelated, as you can see here. Let me just, you see, it's one of them ones. Is it going to come out nice? Is it not? Because as you can see, it's quite, the nose here looks like it's merged in with the mouth, but we'll give it a go. It's definitely an old style by the looks of it. So yes, I'm glad it's come early, because I can get on with things. I'm itching to get into that bird. Do you know what? We've done a bit of the house. Why not? Let's do a bit of the little birdie. Yeah. I think that's the mama bird, because she seems to be the biggest. And also, if you look in the corner, she's got a bit of an eyelash there, whereas the others don't seem to have that. So I think this is the mummy. And these are all the little baby ones. So, yes. How are we doing for time? 36 minutes. Lovely. Oh, we've got the specials. Right, I'm going to have to do the special after this, because this is so gorgeous. But yeah. And then my mum, no, my dad, my sister and my brother and her boyfriend has just come back from Butlins, because my dad, I just don't know how he goes back and forth. Like, it just amazes me. I mean, he is a night manager, but how the hell does he afford £400 for a holiday every other week? Like, I don't know how you do it, because he went at the start of for my birthday, I went to Butlins, and then he's gone like a few weeks behind. So, but apparently, because he's gone for so many years, they give him like a discount. So, and he gets like a £35 voucher to spend, which you can actually use in the gift shop as well, which is quite interesting. But it's sort of like becoming obsessed with keep going to Butlins. Like, I've been once or twice, and then I get bored of it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when you keep going the same place over and over, it does get a little bit on the boring side. Oh bother. Okay. I've made a cock up here, because what I've done is, as you can see, I've put it as it's actually an A, but I've put it as number 7, so I think it's drill 7, but this is the right one. So cushy, as Del Boy Trotter would say. I love that scene where they're doing this lampshade, this chandelier, and they was it Del Boy or Uncle Albert pulls or undoes the bolt, and they undo the wrong one, and it goes bang and all crashes on the floor. Like, oh dear. So yeah, that's not good, is it? And I don't know what was going on with I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here yesterday, which would have been the 25th of November, but normally the Ant and Tech go into camp to tell them who's going up for the next trial, and they were on what's called this Scream bus or something, horror bus, or whatever it was. And then all of a sudden, it just like the credits went up. And then it was so funny, because the other night Danny was on the screen, and it was saying the wrong person's name to that person, if you get me. So it'll flag up on the screen like Danny, you know. But it was giving the wrong person's name. So when Danny came up, it was someone else's name. So their tickets must have got a bit confused. Or the ticker, if you like. So, yeah. So yes, we do have a diamond painting all the way from Belfast. And that is got a few other diamond paintings in. She had this lovely box, Christmas snowman box. I had to have that. And yeah, I got a diamond painting in there, so that's really, really cool. And it's, as I say, I was really debating on whether to get it or not, because I just know that it's going to look pixelated. But it's nice to have that nostalgia of having like the older paintings still available. So, I mean, eventually they will be phased out. So now that the newer paintings come in, but I am becoming a big fan of specials. Seem to be getting more and more specials now. So, because when it's online, you don't actually, it's hard to see if it's a special or not, but I had to have this. It was just like so nice. And this will be my second Christmassy one, hopefully. I've got hardly no completions for November. It's been another bloody poor month of trying to get things done. I just seem to get like busier and busier and busier. Like, just no time. Time is of the essence here, and I have no time to myself. I need more time. Like, there's not enough hours in the day for me. There really isn't. It's like work that takes up like so much of your time, and then like when they give you like a day off, it's not enough, it's not long enough to get everything done in one day. Like if you're wanting to go shopping or do housework, you need at least a couple of days, you know. I used to work in a job that they did one day, you would go in one day, then they're off the next day, then go back in that day, and oh my god, like it really sort of irritated me. Like I like the 2 days together, so yeah, that was another reason why I sort of wanted to resign from that job. So I don't think I'd ever go back to, you know, doing what I used to do, which was catering, because it's just, yeah, it's a very stressful job. So yeah. Wonder if this is going to look like a, I mean, it's obviously like a goldy colour, isn't it? So that's going to be interesting to see what that looks like. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll finish off this little silver bit, and then we'll do the I like the way this bird is sort of covering the rest of the body of this bird, because it's like less diamond painting to do. But yeah, I think after I do this bit, I'll just do that brown bit there, and then we'll focus on the feathers. I think we've got enough time. We have got 43 minutes already filmed, so we'll have about 15 minutes or so to do. And yeah, so yeah. But yeah, we've got two. I don't think we're going to need the other bag, but they've given us 2 big bags of them. Tea time. Cool, that's a bit strong. Must have left the tea bag in a bit too long. I've done that. Has anyone done that? Like, you've made a cup of tea, thinking you took the tea bag out, and then you've drank it, and then you get this. You practically know when it's too strong, because you've got this very strong taste, and you sort of think, is the tea bag in there? And then I've took it out where I've left it in too long. And then other times I've drank it and then got something like bomb, like whack into my lip, and it's the tea bag at the bottom of the cup, like still with the tea in it. Like, oh man, like. And it's even worse when you're dunking a biscuit and it falls off and you sort of like quick grab it, but by the time you try and get it out, it's all mush. So, yes. Okie dokie, Savoy. Oh yeah, Savoy and chips. I used to have Savoy all the time, but the chip shop in Whittam in Spa Road, they don't cook their fish properly, or their Savoy, because my mum had once, and never again. They basically gave her like a sausage which was near enough cooked, and in the middle was like literally freezing cold. So yeah, but Kiki, who used to sort of work there, she used to give me chips on the house, and like a few extra chips, but she's left since. I don't really shop in there anymore. I've changed like fish shop. My fish shop is now Churchill's in Whittam. By God, are their chips good. And their fish is, if you go for large, they're absolutely humongous. Like, their fish is out of this world. I think I pay normally £14. Because for some apparent reason, you can't get cod and chips as a meal. You've got to pay it separately, which is a bit of a con in my opinion, but it's what it is, isn't it? But, oh man, it's so good. So good. So yeah. So this goldy colour looks quite nice actually. I think that's, at least it's not brown. It's got to be looking cheerful, isn't it? So I don't think brown and silver would have gone very well. So this has gone quite nice. They've kept it into that sort of like tinsel vibe. I wonder what it is, because it obviously isn't a robin, because a robin has a red chest. So could it be like a golden crest of some sort? We need to identify what bird has a gold sort of back with the feathers with like a silver sort of chest. So, oh, that's cracked. Look at that. Oh no, it ain't. What did I think it was cracked then? Oh dear. So now I'm sort of in two minds. Do I go and get the package and have dinner after, or do I have like dinner first then get the package? Like, do you know what? I'm just going to go and get it. Sooner I get it, sooner I can come back and then just call it a day. Because I won't have to go out anymore, and then till tomorrow and it all starts over again. We're technically robots, aren't we? We're technically robots. You know, we get up, we do our chores, or we do whatever we need to do, and then we go to bed, get up, do it all over again. I suppose we like, you know, when we're diamond painting, we like working in a factory, because we're basically diamond painting all the picture, but this pen's struggling a bit today. Yes. Ooh la la. Ooh la la, French. I was reading an article on Facebook, something to do with the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and it was actually not supposed to be leaning. It was actually set accidentally leaning, or I think what happened was they set it, but then it started to sink, and so they had to put steel rods in it to sort of like balance it back out, so that it didn't sink and that. But yeah, it's not really supposed to be leaning. It was an accident. So I think what they did is, rather than bulldoze it down, they kept it, and somehow we sort of reinforced it somehow. So yeah. Okay. Oh, these are quite nice. I've just noticed these have got like the stars on them. That's interesting. Wow. And that seems to be on all the birds, apart from that one and that one. So we got 4 with the stars on, and then these 2 at the bottom don't really have them. So that is really interesting. Did you know McDonald's are now doing a £5 meal deal, which is where you can get like a drink, a burger and chips, but knowing their meal deal is probably going to be the same size as the Happy Meal chips, like proper small. So, like, I'm not being funny, but I always find like a Big Mac is not enough. Like, I always, whenever I eat, whenever I buy, I always get a double, no, not a double, a quarter pounder and a Big Mac. Like, I just find like a Big Mac is not enough. Even like when you get a Big Mac with an apple pie, you know, it just feels like you need a bit more. But their chicken selects are lovely. I never ever had them before, and Tessa got me onto them, so yeah. Got to do that brown bit there. I'm gonna have to do that in a minute, because I did say I would do that before this, but as you can see I've got distracted, so finish off the skull bit first and see what we can do. There we go. Been weird with that doctors being on, but it's what it is, isn't it? You just have to sort of go with the flow. But yeah, I've sort of got used to it not being on now. So we must be in the second week now of the jungle, because it's normally like 3 weeks. So they've got some new stuff on the shop as well. They've got aprons, bandanas. Last year they never had hardly anything apart from t-shirts, water bottles and stuff, you know. So yeah. So number 6, let's have that one here, see if we can just get our little towel done, and then we'll call that a session. Because originally I was going to put this in another bird theme, but I don't think doing a Christmas painting in the middle of like next year is going to go very well, because I've always wanted to do like Christmas paintings around Christmas. So I normally start filming for that in November, but I thought we can't have Christmas with you know, without December and stuff. And plus this is very, very magical, because at Christmas time, a lot of people associate robins at Christmas time, but they are actually, you can see them all year round, because as the saying goes, when a robin appears, a loved one's near. So yeah. Well, I think the colours they've chosen on this is absolutely fabulous, darling. Absolutely fabulous. So yeah, wow, So I'm just going to do, because I can't resist, we've got a few more minutes. I just need to do a bit of this holly ivy. I think this is more like a wreath though than holly, so right. Thing is as well is like seeing all these pretty colours, it just gets you in the mood to do even more. I've been looking at diamond painting stand with like, it's like this stand thing with a seat, and they've it's been on my list for ages, but it's just too expensive. Like, I'm not paying £104 on that, you know. So they sent me a Black Friday deal the other day for, I think it was like £80, so that seems a bit more reasonable. But yeah, I think £104 is a bit excessive in my opinion. So, oh, look at that. Oh, well, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's so pretty. I was going to say that looks like the only section we have to do on this section here, but it's not, because we do have some around here. There's some there as well, so that's that. How are we doing for time? 56. I was going to see if we can whiz around that, but I don't think we will. We won't have time. Plus, we need to save some. We don't want to get it all done and have no enjoyment out of it. We just need to have a bit more done, and then we'll be, you know, save a bit. But I just love the fact that this branch is hanging over this. It's just putting all that colour on, as you can see. Isn't that magical? It looks really, really effective now with the lights in and that, but I just love this little pretty bit here, you know. And this looks like a tree with perhaps snow falling off it, the branch, and then we've done one of the birds. So yeah, this won't take long to do. But what I find quite nice is the fact that these, as I said, they've got these special star things, and then these two little cute ones down here don't. We do have we've got some bees there to do, which is that big red one. And then I think this bit here is like a present of some sort. But I need to decide on some washi tape, because we need some Christmassy tape for this. I do actually have, this is quite an old one that I've got. But I've got that, but I don't think, I'm just thinking, because obviously this could go quite nice with that blue there. But I don't know if it'll be too dark looking, you know. I don't know whether we should have a bit of snow sort of tape. I don't know, because I have got, I don't know what this is, but it's some sort of confetti one, so, which looks a bit like snow falling, but we'll tinker with that. But thank you very, very much for watching. If you want to get this for yourself, the link is in the description of the video. Remember that if you are ordering with Temu, it does take roughly about a week, subject to delays and stuff and customs delays. So if you do want to get this, now's the time to sort of order it if you want it in time for Christmas, because that's another reason why I sort of film in advance, because I want them done on the wall ready for Christmas, you know. So yeah, but anyway, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Tap that big old notification bell so that you don't miss out on the diamond painting action on this channel, and also hit that big red subscribe button so that you can become a part of this channel. Until then, thank you for watching, take care, and goodbye.